Band definitely increases the enjoyment of school. It brings me joy just to come to band class or orchestra.
It touches on almost every subject: social studies, math, language arts, and I think it's really improved my grades since I started doing band.
I used to go to sleep to orchestra music. People thought I was a nerd, but I thought it was awesome, so I decided to try it, and it was really hard, but when you finally got it right, it felt good.
It allows me to show myself instead of being shy like I normally am.
Music is great for a young person, not just to learn to play an instrument, but to learn to be with other people, to learn to work in a group situation, to learn the discipline of practicing an instrument every day.
It was an opportunity to meet people, to be with my friends, to do something as a group. It is a team. It's a team sport.
Jazz band and orchestra, marching band, you know, marching around out on the field and trying to play music at the same time. Well, I loved that. So it was a motivator. It was a reason to go to school.
When I played sports, I loved the rush like playing sports gave me, but when I got introduced into music, it allowed me to exert my creative and emotional side too.
I just like how you can have a whole bunch of friends and then like how you can produce different sounds to make a cool music piece sound good, and how you always have a group of people to depend on and stuff.
Within each of us, there's intellect and there's that artsy side or creative side, and I think to not have or not encourage that creative side, especially in those kids that's so strong in, is just a huge error.
It is one of the only subjects that crosses the plane of the brain and hits both the left and the right hemisphere of the brain at the same time. It's one of the only activities where you are inputting at the exact same moment as you're outputting. It's creative. It's for the students that this might be the only place where they succeed, and it also is a great spot for students who they're high achieving and they're not being challenged in their other areas.
It requires you to pay attention to close detail, just to make you focus and to help you find new ways to solve problems.
You have to have everything on time, and I have to have everything really good. That's what band has done for me, for practicing and trying to perfect the pieces.
Our valedictorian this year is the lead tenor player in the jazz band, and he thinks that playing jazz solos is so much harder than doing calculus.
That inspiration or that creativity or improvisation are all tools that hopefully you'll use the rest of your life, and I know I clearly use in my business every day.
We're always asking our people to think outside of the box, be creative. We're not just concerned with how things work here, but how they look, how they feel, how they sound.
There's all kinds of studies that have been done that show the discipline that it takes to learn to play a music instrument is the same discipline required for further education.
Research from Americans for the Arts tells us that students who participate in 4 years of music education in middle and high schools significantly outperform their peers on the SATs. In fact, they average about 100 points higher.
The instruments today have gotten more expensive than ever. And when you look at the way the schools and income levels are, it's harder than ever to afford a music instrument.
There's kids who walk around and say like, that's so cool, you can play all these instruments, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, you could if you wanted, like I don't have the money to buy this, you know, or get the proper tutoring and help. To some people who I saw who actually got a chance to try this year, they took off so fast and they fell in love with it.
We have so many instruments, it's like, I know there's something wrong with it, but it's playing right now. Try to keep going. If an instrument costs more to repair than it's valued at, it doesn't get replaced.
I would hate for a current Fort Wayne school child to be interested in music or band or a violin or flute and not be able to procure an instrument.
I just don't want to see Fort Wayne community schools lose that. You know, that it becomes too expensive, so you know, the kids can't participate in the program, you know, and see it just wither and die, and that'd be a travesty. And we still have 31,000 kids going to school in Fort Wayne Community Schools. That's the largest school district in the state.
If there's an opportunity for people in this community to step forward and create that kind of opportunity for kids today, to put a trumpet in their hand or a violin or a flute, I mean, to me, that should be a very easy gift, a very easy decision. hopefully you'd find a kid out there like me that becomes his favorite thing for the next 10 or 20 years.
The discipline of learning to play an instrument makes you a better human being all over. I think it'll have people grow up and be more independent, more self-confident. Just help them become better leaders, better individuals in our community. There's no downside and there's lots of upside.